we mentioned Demetrius Johnson, of course, and Henry Cejudo. Henry Cejudo is in the news as well. Henry Cejudo just finally booked a fight, defending his 135 belt against Jose Aldo. Harrington, I know you're lurking in the background. Hold on, can we talk about Jose Aldo's appearance there? Does he look a little weird there? Is it me? What is going on?
He looks gaunt, which is funny. It's almost like they actually took a picture from him at 135 pounds, because usually his face looks a little more filled in.
That's how I used to look walking out of Monroe's at 6 o'clock in the morning when I used to DJ. Oh dear. Anyway, so Harrington, what's going on? People aren't happy, correct? People are pissed. People are screaming uproar.
Yeah. So the biggest thing that jumped out to me, there's only been one time that this has ever been done before. The Frankie Edgar went on a 2-fight losing streak to Benson Henderson and then fought Jose Aldo for the title down at featherweight. Now it's going to happen twice within, I think, a month of each other when Yoel Romero on back-to-back losses faces Israel Adesanya for a title and Jose Aldo fights for a title on back-to-back losses.
Chael Sonnen had back-to-back losses when he fought John Jones.
John Jones, Yoel Romero. The list goes on, Harrington. Please redeem yourself.
He had just lost to Anderson Silva. He was on a 2-fight win streak, which is how he got the rematch for Anderson Silva, lost that, and then fought Jones. So he lost back-to-back, but he wasn't on a 2-fight losing streak when he fought Jones. I guarantee that.
All right,
well, I'll tell you this, baby boy. And a lot of people aren't happy. Like Aljamain Sterling is pissed. Who else is there? Piotr Yan. I think he's on a 9-fight streak. But the UFC want to make big fights, and Jose Aldo's been around forever. Honestly, I don't have an issue with this. I really don't. And it's not that I'm kissing the UFC's ass. I'm not backing up Dana White or whatever, because, they don't give a shit what I say on this podcast, I don't have an issue with this. Jose Aldo has put in the body of work, been around so long, and when he fought, was it Sergio? No, Marlon Moraes. He fought Marlon Moraes. It was a close fight, and I thought fucking Aldo won the fight. I thought Aldo won the fight. If you'd have won the fight, we wouldn't be bitching about this. And I feel that the judges got it wrong. And so Cejudo said, no, I want to fight Aldo. And Dana was like, well, I thought Aldo won the fight as well. So fuck it.
And this was also said right after the fight. This isn't anything new. Dana White said during that night, he said, yeah, we're going to probably make Jose Aldo the next title fight. So I don't know why anyone's complaining now. This is actually them just following through on what they said right after the fact.
This is them following through and doing the right thing. Because, the topic of incorrect judging has been at the forefront lately. It's been mentioned a lot. There's a lot of mistakes happening. And, all right, sometimes I got screwed on the judges. It would have been nice if I still got a title shot after it. Chael Sonnen, whatever, that was a close fight. Chael still got the title shot. But still, I don't make excuses.
Mike, you know what it was, though? I think this is why Harrington's technically wrong still. Because, all right, he's right. He lost to Anderson Silva, and he was on a 2-fight win streak before that Anderson Silva fight, and then he fought John Jones. But what we're failing to recognize was that one win was against you, and everyone knows that is a widely contested split decision and very, very close. And nobody really believes that Chael, including Chael whispered to you in your ear, he said, you're the winner here, no matter what happens. We remember the story. So that's really what happened, Harrington. Bisping won that fight, so I count that as 2 losses for Chael. And once again, we're right, you're wrong. Thank you.
You're right. My mistake, Lewis. I'm sorry.
No problem.
Yeah. No. But listen, I feel like the UFC are doing the right thing here. I feel like they're doing the right thing. I mean, of course, they're probably doing it because, all right, listen, if you put it all together, the fight's happening in Brazil. Aldo's a big deal in Brazil, but of course this is a pay-per-view which is predominantly aimed at the American market. So and Aldo won that fight. When I watched that fight in the arena, I'm like, yeah, Aldo won that fight. The judges fucked up, and the UFC is sticking to the word. They said, no, we're going to give Aldo the fight. So I understand people like Aljamain Sterling that have been around for a long time. And I think Aljamain Harrington, if I'm right, I think he's on a 6-fight win streak, but you got to remember he did get smoked of Marlon Moraes, unfortunately. I understand why Aljamain is pissed. I understand why some of the other people in the division are pissed, But, come on, as a fan, I want to see Henry Cejudo versus Jose Aldo. That's a fucking intriguing fight.
And also, to be honest, Jose Aldo, I feel like he was screwed out of that Conor rematch years ago. So fuck it. You know what? Maybe karma is coming back and you give him one, man. Leave him alone. You know what? He's probably got one run left, right? Jose Aldo is at the end of his career. So as a business perspective, especially if you go like, he won that fight, he sort of got fucked. You go, he's got one run left. We could either see Jose Aldo retire right now or have him fucking go for a real run and maybe become champion again. But you're getting the best out of him. The best Jose Aldo you're going to see, the absolute best possible Jose Aldo right now. And I think that that's only a positive thing. And to be honest with you, having these guys, having a few more contenders sort of fight it out and figure out where their place is not a bad thing. You've seen way less deserving guys who just happen to have a few fights, a few wins that nobody's really excited about. They go get smoked, they get starched, and the division sort of stands there and they stand still. So at least this is really exciting. It gets eyes on it. People are excited about it. I think it's a good thing.
Yeah, so I was sat on the toilet this morning reading an article from Ariel Helwani, and Ariel, he didn't agree with it. He didn't like it, and he was comparing it to the Super Bowl, saying fucking football teams don't get to the Super Bowl by losing, and I kind of see his point, but this isn't the Super Bowl. It's the UFC. It's one-on-one sports, and the UFC is a private company, and they make whatever decisions they want, and the decision they're making this time, as you just said, is to reward in some kind of roundabout fashion a guy that's been a long-time stalwart of their roster, a guy that's dedicated his life to mixed martial arts, a guy that was the longest reigning featherweight champion that they had, a guy that's still performing well, a guy that's been a good employee for the company, and they know that he's near the end of his run, the end of his career, and he's been good for the UFC. So they're saying, hold on a minute, he fucking won that fight. Everybody had him winning that fight. He's been good to us. Let's do the right thing for him towards the end of his career. I think there's a little bit of that going on. And to be honest, I'm happy that's going on. And as you said, it gives everyone else in the pack a chance to figure itself out and get a clear-cut number one contender after this fight happens. I'm happy for Aldo. He deserves it. And as a fan, as I said, Cejudo versus Aldo, that's a fucking interesting fight. A very, very interesting stylistic clash. And I'll be honest, I got to lean towards fucking Aldo in that fight.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. As we get closer to the fight, obviously, we'll do our picks and analyze it a little bit more. But I agree with you. I think that Jose Aldo, the other thing is probably the only marquee name at 135 pounds right now that could fight Cejudo. There's nobody else that would. And I know it's not always about moving the needle, but it's like you said before, it's good for the goose, good for the gander. The more eyes on the sport, the better it is for everybody involved. In fact, it's better for all of the guys of the 135-pound division. The reality is Cejudo's becoming a star. Jose Aldo is already a star, and the more interest they sort of kick up for that division and for those guys, it's only going to be that much better if Aljamain fights next. It's going to be that much more interest, that many more people that are interested in the fight.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the rankings here. Cejudo, obviously, then you got Marlon Moraes, Aljamain Sterling, Piotr Yan, Corey Sandhagen, Rafael Assunção, Jose Aldo, Pedro Munoz, Jimmy Rivera, Cody Garbrandt, and then, it kind of goes down from there. So, I mean, yeah, listen, he's ranked at, where is he? Well, he would be number one had he beaten Marlon Moraes, because Marlon Moraes is the number one contender. And as we just said ad nauseum, everyone thinks he won that fight. So there you go. Case closed. Job done. Well done, UFC. And all the other guys, they're all still young. The UFC is still going to be there. Cejudo, if he wins, is still going to be fighting. And they're all still hungry. So there you go. Well done. What else is going on?
Question, though. The only other little thing on that, has Jose won a fight at 135 pounds at all?
No.
I think before that, his last fight was against Alexander Volkan. Oh, no. Yeah. His last fight was against Alexander Volkanovski, which he lost a decision to. Then he came down to 135, I think. And a lot of people were worried about it. Everyone was worried about him making weight. He made weight. He looked sensational, but lost the fight on the judges' scorecards. So I think that gives extra weight to the argument of why they shouldn't have done it. But
my only concern at all is him not even clocking a single win in the division. It doesn't give me extreme pause. I'm just saying that it's not it's not ideal.